Students, let's come back to the MSET physics class. So, on the concept of motion, after the laws of motion, today we have the concept rotatory motion. So, after that we are going to discuss about also simple harmonic motion. So, before that, the concept is rotatory motion. So, just let us come back to the what is the rotary motion and what is linear motion, what is the difference between those two. Okay, let us check. So we have the motions are those two types. One is linear motion, another one is rotary motion. Okay, we have two types. So let us check it once. What is linear motion? Simply a body particle A which is tends to B, up to B. Okay, that motion is known as linear motion, which is also known as displacement, right? Okay. So how it is in rotary type of motion? Take it as a point O. Okay, there is a point O. On the about that point there is a particle which is moved A, which is known as A, and which is turn about the O. So there is no about A to B, but here it is A is going to turn about like this, about O, axis of O. So let us consider it is a circle. So of course we have taken as an example of it is sun and it is earth. Okay, so earth is rotating about the sun with the help of centripetal forces, right? We know that. And another planet is placed in between those two, which is also known as B. Okay, let us take another, which is another planet. So a planet is going to rotate about this place, this center O point, and that movement A2. So consider it place of 1 and the second place is 2. Okay, the particle A is rotating about O from 1 to 2. Okay, this is what the displacement. This is what displacement. Okay, but it is in the curvature form, right? It is in curvature form, but it is in linear form. So if it is in curvature form, it is known as rotary motion. Okay, finally obtained is a circle or else a sphere. But how we can measure it? That is the point. So if you consider this place, we can measure it directly meters or centimeters or feet, whatever it is. But here, how we can measure? That is what the point. We can measure simply we can consider from the O. Okay, this is what called R, radius, from O to A. How much of radius it is? R. Okay, and O to B. Draw another point O to B. So this is what A1 to A2. Okay, right? A1 to A2. So this path is the displacement, and that is known as the angle which was taken from the A to 1 to 2. Okay, so the displacement here we can consider is d theta. So change in angle theta is known as d theta, and that is what the displacement here, right? So we can simply calculate it in the form of radians. Okay, not radius, it's radians. Radius is the distance and radians is the angle, right? Okay, so that is what d theta, and here it is, we know that change in the displacement or else rate of change of displacement. Okay, that is, we know that velocity. We know that velocity. What is velocity? Rate of change of displacement. Change means A to B. That is ds. Change in s with respect to time, dt. This is what the velocity v equal to ds by dt. And come to rotary motion. How we can calculate velocity? And that is also known as angular velocity, right? The velocity which is going to be with some angle. Okay, so simply angular velocity which can denoted with the help of omega. It is called omega. Omega equal to obviously change in velocity, which means change in displacement, rate of change of displacement per time, right? So rate of change of displacement, right? D theta by dt. Okay, here dt, ds by dt, and here d theta by dt. This is what omega. Rate of change of angular displacement by time. Okay, or else rate of change, rate means with respect to time, rate of change of angular displacement is known as angular velocity. Okay, so how we can measure it? It is radians and it is radians per second, which means time. Okay, simply you can calculate r into t. So okay, r into t power minus 1. It is the dimensional formula for angular velocity. Okay, after the angular velocity we have another term, that is acceleration here, right? Acceleration A equal to, what is acceleration here? Rate of change of velocity, that is change in velocity with respect to time. So dv by dt. This is what acceleration formula. And here coming to the angular acceleration. Angular acceleration alpha, we can denote it with the help of alpha. Alpha equal to, now consider here the rate of change of velocity. So rate of change in velocity is known as, angular velocity is known as d omega. So with respect to is known as dt, right? So alpha equal to d omega by dt. Here it is angular acceleration and the units is radians per second, and another time is there, that is by second square, radians per second square. This is what angular acceleration. So we can measure this displacement with the help of radians, and how much of this displacement and which at which time, it is known as velocity. At which acceleration, it is known as angular acceleration, right? This is what the formula we have. Students, so let us check once again what is angular velocity and what is velocity and relation between those two. Okay, let us consider, for that we are considering a body rotating about its own self, about itself, and consider another body B which is rotating about O. Okay, so that B is rotating about O with some radius r, with some radius r. So the additional thing is here r. If normal velocity is there, so you can directly calculate the velocity from here to here. Okay, when it is in normal condition, like straight line. So at that normal velocity equal to angular velocity. Then what is the difference between the difference is these two is, additionally we have another element, that is radius. So if you multiply with radius of angular velocity, you can get it the normal velocity. So the relation between the velocity and angular velocity equal to V equal to WR. Okay, so let us consider another element which is also passing about, rotating about its O, like additionally r plus 1. Okay, that is named as A, and it is also rotating about same about its O. Okay, so what is the difference here? This r is, sorry, total capital R is greater than small r. Okay, right. So OA is greater than OB, right? Okay, so on those conditions, let us check once. Now see what is if r is greater, if r is going to increase, that means radius is going to increase, then what it is angular velocity increase or decrease. Okay, that is what the concept here. If r is going to increase, r equal to r into V equal to, so obviously V is going to increase, right? Not omega. Velocity is going to increase. If r increases, V increases. Okay, then what is difference? The omega is going to difference. So omega here is constant, because see here to here is 360 degrees and it is also 360 degrees. So angular velocity is constant. So what is the parameter is can change the velocity? That is what the radius. Okay, so if r increases, the velocity is going to be increased. When the w is constant, then that is wb equal to omega a, sorry, omega b equal to omega e. When the omega is constant, what is the change is velocity. So which velocity is going to be increased? Almost the greater one. So vv is greater than va. Okay, which means the velocity of the particle, sorry, va is greater than vb, which means the velocity of the particle which having high radius of rotation. Okay, that is the maximum velocity. The velocity of the particle which having the lower radius of rotation, which is called normal velocity. Okay, so this is what the parameters we before going to consider. Okay, right. After that, okay, right. So let us consider the equations need to specify the rotatory motion. So we all know that we have having the kinematic equations for the motion of linearly. Also we have the sum of equations for a rotatory motion also. Let us check what are those. So we have W equal to omega naught plus alpha into time. Okay, this is what the equation we have. Now the question is, what are the elements placed in this equation? So here W means the angular velocity, okay, final angular velocity, and omega naught means initial angular velocity. So alpha, you know that alpha, what is alpha here? Angular acceleration. Of course t is time. Okay, this is what the equation we have. So now the task is how it will came, how we get this equation right. Okay, so let us check once here. Let us consider what is alpha, angular acceleration. What is the formula? Rate of change of angular velocity with respect to time. Okay, this is what the formula here. Now take dt is LHS side. So alpha into dt equal to d omega. Okay, now integrate on both sides. What we get? Integral alpha dt equal to integral of dw. Okay, so now integrate on both sides. So with the intervals of here the time is going to 0 to consider time, and here the angular velocity which is from initial angular velocity w naught to omega. Okay, this is what the intervals of integration. Now integrate on both sides with the intervals. Integral dt equal to alpha is constant, alpha into time, right? Cancel d into t, and with the interval of alpha with 0 to t with the intervals. Okay, and here you can consider you have omega alpha t to omega naught to omega. Okay, now substitute the intervals also. Okay, there is no value for 0, right? We have alpha t that equal to here substitute omega naught minus omega. Alright, so simply we got omega equal to alpha t plus omega naught. Alright, this is what the equation we have. Okay, this is why we get the equation. We have another equation is there from the motion. Second equation is theta equal to displacement equal to w naught minus w naught into t half alpha t square. This is what the equation we have. So if you observe, this is directly which is considered same to as a motion linear equation, but the elements is going to exchange. Now the task is how we get this equation. Okay, or else the proof for the equation is there. So let us consider the formula. What is the formula for angular velocity? So dw equal to d theta by dt, right? Now you can write it as, you need to find out theta, so separate the d theta equal to dt into d omega. Integrate on both sides. After we integrate on both sides, integral d theta equal to integral dw into dt, right? So of course we know that what is here w. Here w means, we from the previous equation we have omega, right, not w. Omega equal to alpha t plus omega naught. Here we have the term alpha t plus omega naught. Now substitute that same value here. Now the concept is integral d theta equal to, substitute that alpha t plus omega naught, okay, in the replacement of omega. Now dt same as integration, okay. So you can write it as here omega equal to omega naught plus alpha into t, okay. Obviously we will substitute the same equation here, okay. Now apply the limits here. Theta means initially 0 to theta, and dt, of course dt initially 0 to t, right. Now integrate on both sides. Here integral d theta equal to theta with the limits of 0 to theta, right. So theta upper limit minus lower limit, theta minus 0, simply theta. Now there is no limits for on that case, so simply theta. Theta equal to integral alpha is constant and t, here we are integrate with respect to t, so simply t square by 2, t square by 2, you know the formula. So integral x dx equal to x square by 2, from the formula t square by 2 plus obviously omega naught is constant, okay, right. This is what we get from here, and the limits is 0 to t. Okay, now write down theta equal to, so first write down the omega naught. Now substitute the interval omega naught t into t, okay. Now substitute the value plus alpha into t into alpha into t square by 2, okay. You can write it as in the form of separate the alpha 1 by 2 plus 1 half into alpha into t square, right. This is what the equation, theta equal to omega naught t into alpha into t square, right. We will prove that equation, okay. So in the same way we have another third equation is there. That is third equation is omega square equal to omega naught square minus 2 into alpha into theta. So this is what the equation. So if you observe clearly, it is equal to it is similarly the third equation, v square minus u square equal to 2as. The task is how we get the equation is the important, right. So for that we are taking that the formula is alpha equal to d omega by dt, okay. And it is also write that we can write it as d omega by d theta into d theta by dt, okay. You can understand. So just we multiply that with d theta, okay. If we cancel that, we got same again dw by dt. Now you can observe this term d theta by dt. So what it is, the angular velocity d omega here, d theta by dt. So we can write it as same as alpha equal to w into omega into d omega by d theta. You write it in the form of omega, right. Okay, so simply you can write it as alpha equal to alpha into d theta equal to omega into d omega. Now integrate on both sides, we get integral alpha d theta equal to integral omega d omega, okay. Now write the intervals 0 to theta here, and here initial angular velocity to the final angular velocity, okay. So now integrate on both sides, we get alpha into we get alpha only, and substitute the limits theta to 0, and here we get this is omega, and integrate with respect to omega. So we get the equation omega square by 2, okay. So integral x dx equal to x square by 2. Now apply the limits omega naught, okay. Now right, apply the limits alpha into theta equal to, so there is no lower limit, which is lower limit is 0, equal to, here substitute omega square, here upper limit minus lower limit, omega square by 2 minus omega naught square by 2, okay, by applying the limits. So now you can multiply this, take 2 is away from the LHS side, 2 alpha theta equal to omega square minus omega naught square, Okay, simply omega square equal to omega naught square plus 2 alpha theta. This is what the equation we have. Now let us consider once again here let us observe that all three equations. If you compare with the same equation, see this is W equal to W naught plus AT. Simply U equal to V plus AT. You can understand the equations. And the theta equal to W naught T alpha half into alpha T square. So simply S equal to UT plus half AT square, which is similar to the same equation. And you can observe it the well-known equation V square equal to U square minus 2AS. U square plus 2AS. Okay, that is the same equation we have. So these are the equations in particularly for the rotatory motions. MSET exam. Simply the question is like this: write the equation of motion when acceleration is needed. They are asking like that, and you have four options. Like at any steps you got the answer. So that is why the derivation is much important for the objective in this concept. Okay, so you need to understand simply the simple way to remember. First you need to take the equation as acceleration, angular velocity and acceleration. Here you need to find out alpha. So that is why we write acceleration. And here you need to find out omega naught. That's why we got angular velocity. And here you need to find out alpha again. So that's why we write alpha. So integrate on both sides. Finally we get the equation. That is what the derivation for the required equations. Okay, so we will go through the sum of problems and we can understand clearly what is the concept of rotatory motion, right? Here we have a derivative problem is there. It exactly asking in the MSET exams. We have four options for the equations. Four alternative equations are placed in the objective type question. You need to find out the correct equation for the question for the angular speed and angular displacement. See, here you can observe that there is an equation for the angular acceleration alpha equal to 480 q minus 3bt square. Okay, in this condition the a and b are constants and t is the time. Okay, so from that what we are going to find out is angular speed and angular displacement equations we need to find out. So in exam there is only one question, angular speed or angular displacement placed in the A, B, C, D objective places. Okay, so you need to find out the correct answer. Now we are going to analyze what is the equation for angular speed and angular displacement. So if you want to find out the angular speed from angular acceleration, you need to take it as angular acceleration alpha equal to, what is the formula generally known? D omega, that means rate of change of angular velocity, right? So we have another term alpha equal to 480 cube minus alpha equal to 480 cube minus 3bt square, which is given by the problem. Okay, now equal on both sides, equating two equations. D omega by dt equal to 480 cube minus 3bt square. Okay, now consider it d omega equal to 480 cube minus 3bt square into dt. Okay, now you need to integrate on both sides. Integral d omega equal to integral of 480 cube by minus 3bt square. Okay, now write the intervals at initially omega naught to omega, that means initial velocity, final angular velocity, here 0 to t. Okay, now integrate on both sides, we get omega minus omega naught. Okay, after the substitute of intervals also, limits also, and here we got 4a, a is a constant, and you need to integrate t cube with dt, that means x cube into dx. So x power of 4 by 4, that means t power 4 by 4 minus, here again 3b is a constant, and the t square, that means you need to derive as a x square, and that is x cube by 3, right? X cube by 3, and cancel this 3 and this 4 and this 4, and we got the equation for angular acceleration alpha equal to omega minus omega naught into, this is equal to omega naught into a t power 4 minus bt cube, not here t cube, bt cube. Okay, this is what the equation, not angular acceleration. Here you need to substitute equal, right? Now you can write it as simply, what we are going to asking is angular speed. So angular speed omega equal to, replace that here, take it as omega naught plus at power 4 minus bt cube. This is what the equation for angular speed. And the second term is angular displacement. Here we need to find out angular displacement, right? So we have that equation omega equal to omega plus at power 4 minus bt cube. This is what the equation for angular velocity. And of course we know that another equation for angular velocity, omega equal to, what is the equation, d theta by angular displacement with respect to time, rate of change of angular displacement. Now equate these two equations at a time. Now we will get d theta by dt equal to omega naught plus at power 4 minus bt cube. Okay, this is what the equation. And replace that t into RHS side, we get theta, d theta equal to omega naught plus at power 4 minus bt cube with the multiplication of rate of change of, okay, dt. Now you need to differentiate, integrate on both sides. Integral d theta 0 to theta, the limit of, equal to integral of omega naught plus at power 4 minus bt cube with respect to dt. Okay, here we have limits also is there, 0 to t. Okay, right. So here upper limit is theta. So theta equal to, okay, there is no application of 0. And here the integral after what is that, omega naught into multiplication of t, substitute the upper limit. And here after a constant, t power 4 is the integration with respect to t. Now you can write it as at power 5 by 5. Okay, and minus, here constant is b and the value is t power 4 by 4, right? Right. This is what the equation. Now we can write it as theta equal to omega naught into t at power 5 plus by at power 5 by 5 minus bt power 4 by 4. Okay, this is what the equation for angular displacement. So if you want to find out the angular displacement, we will extract the equation from angular velocity, and we will find out the angular speed from extract the equation of angular acceleration. Okay, these are the correct equations you need to put on the objective question. Right, we will go to the next sum. Problem is there, what is the linear velocity of a person at the equator of the earth due to its spinning motion? The radius of the equator is 6,400 kilometers. And we have the options also there, 96 2 pi, 6,400 2 pi, 74 into 7 2 pi, none of the above. These are all the options in the exam. So we need to find out the exact linear velocity from this. So majority of the persons is selected 64,000 is a distance and the velocity is also same. Maybe earth is going to that radius is 2 pi. So majority of the without calculations put the option B. But we need to calculate what is the given data here, r equal to 6,400 kilometers. Okay, so if you want to convert it to meters, 6,400 into 10 cube meters r is, and we need to find out velocity v. So let us see, earth is like this, okay, and the center is like this. A person is in the surface of the earth at the place of equator, right? So the distance of this one is r. So we need to find out the linear velocity. What is the linear velocity of the person? Okay, now we know that spinning motion for what is the linear of the equator of the earth? One rotation. Here the earth is going to rotate one. That's why the radius is r. So we need to convert into the radians. Okay, the distance into the radians. For the formula we know that 2 pi n by t is the formula, right? So we need to apply this for the VR. So we have the formula V equal to omega into R. We know that this formula. So if you substitute these values, you can find out V, right? So substitute the values 2 pi into n is the speed, and that means one rotation. So obviously 2 pi. But so here time is see the earth is going to rotate from equator from this side to this side, right? So which means the earth is going to rotate 360 degrees. That means 1 day, right? That means 24 hours, right? So time is 24 hours. But here we need to find out the answer velocity with the formula of radians per second. So we need to find out, consider the time to seconds. That means we need to, for 24 hours there is 60 minutes, okay, and for every minute there is 60 seconds. That means 60 into 60, 3600. Okay, 2 pi by 24 into 3600. This is the value of omega, right? We need to substitute the value here. See, V equal to R omega and V equal to what is the value of R here? 6400 into omega value 2 pi by 24 into 3600, right? Here we need to find out 10 cube also, okay, because it is in kilometers, right? So you can calculate it as 64,000 into by 2 pi by here 86,400, okay, 24 into 3600, 86,400 seconds, right? If we cancel these two, and 864 is the cancellation of 76 point sometimes, okay, 74.07 times, and the balance is 2 pi. So V equal to 74.07 into 2 pi. So the option is C. Okay, this is what the way of getting the answers from the side. So if you find out exactly, there is no values in the problem, only the distance r is known. From the another side, we can extract the theory from the values. So you will find out 24 hours time from this theory, and we will find out the omega one rotation n from this theory. So this is the way of getting the values and getting the solution for a given problem. These are the two problems we are taking for the example only, and this is the IIEEE problem also. So if you want to find out more problems and more solutions, you need to prepare some more problems, and if you have any doubts or problems, you need to call that number, and you can comment also, the comment box also, right? For the after this one, we will go through the simple harmonic motion, right? Thank you.